Hi, I'm Stephen from Origami. We're here today in our production facility in Alloway, heart of Burns country. This room here is where we do our product design and packaging the final product. My interface with Glenn, another director of Origami who's based in Corby in England, and we work over the internet on product design. Glenn's background is he's come from the aerospace industry. He designs satellites, and he's also been extensively involved with food production machinery. He specialised in resonance control, which is why he fits so well into the tonearm industry, because it's all about resonance control. A lot of people think that the turntable is the most important part of an analogue system, but in actual fact the cartridge is the most important part of the system. And the tonearm's job is to hold the cartridge so that it's absolutely centred in the groove, but still has the ability to move across the record surface with no friction. So Glenn's ideally placed to make that type of thing happen. So today we're going to show you a few parts of the process, from assembling the arms, wiring the arms, all the way through to shipping. So this is the raw aluminium that we bring in from the company that supplies Formula 1 cars, and the first stage is polishing it with 2000 grit. And then we move up to 5000 grit, and then we move on to the lathe. So this is the second stage of polishing, where we put it on the lathe and hit it with another round of 5000 grit, and you can maybe see the difference between the two stages. And there's a stage after this, we put it on the polisher and we bring it up to almost mirror finish. The other reason for using the lathe is we use a file to make sure there's no sharp edges, because any sharp edges in this could actually damage the wires, the internal wires of the tonearm. So it is a different colour from aluminium head shell and the steel in the PU8, but it's still nice and shiny.
Hi, I'm Clark. I'm head of assembly at Origami, and here we have a 12-inch PU8 that was destined for an SP10R. We have weighted this tonearm for the customer's cartridge, so when he gets it, it should be absolutely perfect. I've just completed the final stage of assembly on this arm, which is attaching the cartridge tags to the wiring. We're using Cardass wire here because after many hours of listening, we've decided that this is our favourite tonearm wire. So we do use other wires. We use Kondo, Linden Decker wiring, but for this arm in particular, we've got Cardass in today. When we start building a tonearm, we start with the pivot plate and the shaft. So that all gets put in, and then we've got the armrest and the lift. And then once we've done that, we assemble the gimbal. So all these bearings go in, which makes the arm uber smooth, so there's no tracking issues with it. And then once that's all assembled, we put the tonearm in to the bearing housing, and then we feed through wiring down to the bottom into the DIN plug, and then that goes up into the shaft. And then once that's done, finish off the wires, do all the soldering, and then we do a check at the end of it just to make sure it's all working perfectly. And then once that's done, it's pretty much ready to go, and then it's shipped up and sent off to the customer. So this is the final part of the process. This is packaging up a PU8, and it is going to go out to its customer very shortly.